So welcome to Suikoden. Thank you all for listening to me ramble about the state of the Lauren. For anybody who is catching up last minute, long story short, we may or may not be streaming next Tuesday because I am moving on Monday. But Tough Stuff makes it easier to set up streaming, so stay tuned. We are not streaming Final Fantasy VII Remake on Christmas Eve, but we may stream a Hangout stream. And then New Year's Eve remains to be seen. My life is kind of topsy-turvy right now. But I'm packing and hanging in there. Yeah. So Suikoden does not have cockroaches. We were recruiting people. I will say, I have learned why every game ever, specifically RPGs, but not limited to RPGs, features fighting cockroaches. Because I would like to fight cockroaches with a sword or flamethrower at this point. Sophie likes to hunt them though. A few days ago, one of them actually I saw on my bed and I flipped out, but then Sophie ran over and ate it, and then she sat next to me looking so pleased with herself. She's like, I did it! I did it! I did it, Mom! Look what I did! Aren't you proud of me, Mom? And I was like, yes, thank you. She is a hero, truly, she is a hero to herself. She's a good kitty. She's currently out of my bedroom because she was out, like, she was underneath some furniture, so I assume she was hunting. She's enjoying this. No one else is, but she is. I think we got Prismerga last time. So I think we recruited. Is there anyone else we can recruit? We got Leon. I'm expressing my feelings about Leon Silverberg. Oh my god, Leon! Just... I just really hate him. He's despicable. He's pretty despicable. He's not the most despicable character in the series, definitely, but... Also, he's... Oh, there you are! Hello, Kage. And... Ruby. Ruby is over here needing to be part. Oh my god, this is where the emo people hang out! Oh my god, my super dramatic dark friends are all here. I'm sorry, this is the rooftop for people who take themselves too seriously. I want to put bows on their heads. All of them. Like, look at them. I have to say, like, if you have one dude like this, either leaning against a wall with his arms crossed or staring off into the distance, he's cool. But if you have four of them, especially these two who are brooding over here together, like, I'm sorry, Clive and Prismerga, you're like 4 bricks away from each other and you're getting in the way of each other's cool angsting. Yeah, it's kind of hilarious. I'm sorry. This roof is really funny. Ruby, you are the least serious person here. That's amazing. MC, are you saying that you ship McDowell with these people? Or is that a different rooftop? Because there's multiple rooftops here. What are we supposed to be doing again? No, Kasumi's not there. That's true. Has Kasumi officially joined me? Or has she just been hanging out and helping? I don't remember. Okay. She joined. I couldn't remember. Because Tio was up there harassing the ninjas, if I remember correctly. Look, there's nothing wrong with brooding over a scenic vista. It's just when it starts getting crowded, it kind of ruins the effect. Anyway, where are we going again? Oh, my current money. Oh, dragon. Oh, we're going to the dragon's den. Okay. Man, is Chrono here? Does he have to run out? It's okay. I don't think we have immediate dragon's den. Chrono needing to be. How much money do I have? How did that happen? Oh, that's right. No, we did that intentionally. We did that for a reason. I don't remember what the reason was, but we did it. Okay. Where do I go to, friends? Dragon's Den? Crowley or Crowley? Is it Crowley or Crowley? Crows? Or crows? Anyway, he is not being terribly mysterious on the rooftop. I am proud of him. Is it in this game or 2 where she'll sometimes mess up? I know I've been there. Crowley, okay. It's in 2, okay. Thank you. I'm so close to pulling out my flute right now. God, I love this song. Can you hear it? I don't think you can. You're gonna listen to it now. That is not the same chord that I did in my version of this. Called an old Irish song. That's the name of it. That's what I believe that's what I named my cover because that's the name of it. Gosh. What is the what could this possibly be? How strange, there's a stone out front of this. That can't be significant. Never. Designated by the Emperor. This is so many words from Humphrey. You know? Like, he is using multiple clauses in the same sentence. Like, I'm so impressed with him. Like, he said almost nothing all game, and then here he is saving his word allowance. Not even the Emperor himself. Why could that be? That is strange and surprising. Do we have anyone here who's been following along and hasn't played this game before? Other than Chrono, so that I can be obnoxiously full of dramatic irony. Otherwise, I will be ironic. Knowing that there are folks who watch this on YouTube who've been following along who don't know the game. But I think most of us are here because we know Suikoden. Okay, well, I'm gonna like ominously be like, why is that? Like, I appreciate that, like, they want to make sure that you know that this is not normal behavior. Oh man, Whooper, it's, we're pretty far into this game. If you want to play this game at all, you will be horribly spoiled on it, especially because this is a game I know fairly well. Reasonably well. But they want to draw attention to the fact that this isn't just the Dragon Knights just sometimes don't let the Emperor in. They're like, something is going on, something significant is preventing this, is making this thing happen. But we have to go see him. Flick is like, something's not right. Something's not right. What is that? What game is that? Something's not right. You have like a companion character who, like, if there's like a thing you can interact with or like a hidden thing or something, goes like, something's not right. Oh, sorry, tangent. What's the game where you're like, you're a dude whose body has been like reconstructed and there's demons involved and you have a little companion who's a younger girl who I think is named Dororo? What is that game? I think that's the one, and I think she's the one who says that. What game is that? Do you know what I'm talking about? Does anyone know this? Ah! No, that's not the name of the game. That's the name of the comic that the game is inspired by, but the game itself is called something like 1,000 Demons or something like that. I don't remember what it's called. The comic and the game are very different. I did a little research into it back in the day. So if you're because of the comic, the game is different. Blood Will Tell! That's it! Thank you, Nick. I think the Japanese name is more ominous about demons. Yeah, my ex-husband really liked that game. It had parts of it that were very well done. But yeah, if there's like a secret, I think she'll go, something's not right. And then you like go and investigate, like she's like staring at the wall or something. Anyway, I have random games in my head, as I think we all do, but my memory is, as we've discussed, a little bit iffy. So sometimes this happens. Anyway, Flick is suspicious. There's a word in the English language that has problems. Suspicious can simultaneously refer to the person who is suspecting and the person who is suspected. Why is that? At some point in time I knew, because I thought that was really interesting. Yes, Dororo is a girl in that adaptation. She's a younger than you, but not a child, I think. It's been a while. It's been a while. Jeez. It's been a while. Yeah, so Flick has suspicions. He is suspecting. And the Dragon Knights are being suspected by Flick. I bet that once upon a time there were 2 words for suspicious, or else maybe we can blame English robbing multiple languages at different times for it. But yeah, so we're gonna go wander. This dude's gonna be like, none shall pass. None shall pass. Alright, let's go to Ante. Well, we're gonna teleport so that we can't risk getting more money. Oh, man. I love English. I really do. It's my favorite language. Partly because it's such a hot mess. It really is. I love that about it. Hi, Ampy! You missed Humphrey saying lots of words. Oh look, this can't be anything significant. Is this Vincent? This is Vincent, isn't it? Vincent. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. I'm remembering. It is Vincent. I had a friend who really, really liked Vincent. She liked the narcissist in general, but for some reason he was her favorite. So here's another person who doesn't want to have to pay his tab. That makes 3, if I remember correctly. Victor, Fusulu, and now Vincent. Then we're gonna have to do dishes. Yeah. God, the song, it's so discordant. This song appears throughout the series and continues to be charming. All right, Vincent. Awkward question, given that we just bludgeoned our dad to death and now being asked about him. Where's he from again? Does he say? Shall we sass him? I see no reason why not to sass him. I'm in favor of sassing, generally speaking. I see no reason not to, so I'm going to sass. It's a sad world. I, Vincent, am deeply wounded. When I was a child, I definitely thought that word was wound. You know, when you only encounter it in books and video games that don't have voices speaking the words to you, you don't learn how to say them right. So in my head, it's still there because that's still the first pronunciation I thought it had. And he's like, oh no, you hurt my feelings. Anyway, will you pay? What's that called again? Dine and Dash? I think. Oh my god, we totally do! Because we don't have any money! Oh my god, that's amazing. This doesn't usually happen. Usually you just pay his bill. And it's not a lot of money then. Oh my god, Walter, that's adorable. That's so cute. That's okay, I thought Kage was Cage in this game. In my defense, that at least is a cross-language thing. This is amazing. Oh, Humphrey does not approve. Oh man! This is fantastic. I'm so glad they actually scripted a scene for this. Thank you for encouraging me to have 9 botch. Alright, well we did it. We did it, folks. 9. I ended up to look at the money and I was like, wait, what? What? Because that's difficult. But we did a good job. Okay, now we're going to teleport again. Because I'm lazy. Oh, should I go back and grab Lucan? Oh! Wait. Right. No, you're right. Oh, are we gonna go shopping, Blue Glass? Should go fight and things. Hi, Kath. Thank you. Flutybot is showing some enthusiasm. She has feelings. I'm hanging in there. Oh, really? You get an extra scene if you have him in your party already? Cool. Lucan is a character. Lucan is necessary in a future scene, so what we're doing here is we're gonna put him in our party. Change. Eject from party. Why is Sarah in my party? Okay, somebody's gonna have to explain what past Lauren was thinking because I don't remember why Sarah's in my party. She's got a lot of magic, I think, for her level. Why is she in my party? Why do I have Sarah? I don't understand. To get rid of money in a hurry? Oh, her weapon! Thank you, MC. That's a good reason. Okay, cool. There was a reason. I hoped there was a reason. I could not think of one. Alright, Lucan. Oh, you're low level. Okay, no change. No, it's okay. I have a terrible memory for this stuff, so it works out. Alright, we're going to... Oh, we don't have any money to sharpen with. Well, we're gonna go get stuff and stick stuff on Lucan, and he's going to die horribly the first time we have combat. It's gonna be bad. Let's not do that. So let's not let our amazing healer die. Is he actually a good caster? He can wear shields? Are you serious? Wow! There's like 3 characters in the entire game who can use shields. So that might be an exaggeration. Sarah, where are you? Sarah! Oh, never mind. Sarah wasn't wearing anything. Taiho, you don't need that. Wait, is Taiho in my party? No. Humphrey is. And Flick is. Flick has a lot. Wait, no, Flick. Is Flick in my party? Why isn't he wearing any clothes? Why is Flick holding a bunch of crystals and a needle? Fair. Nobody in my party is wearing any clothes. Except for, like, Ronnie. The tear. Oh man, Lucan. You're wearing lots of medicine. Okay. This is the best hat I have. Why are you naked, Flick? Put on clothing, sir. Don't be naked. Oh my god, boy. Put on some clothes. Okay. Nobody can wear it. Okay. Better put on some capes, boys. I thought I took stuff off of everyone. Bubbles Rise is the worst. It's the worst description I think ever. Oh, Hicks! That's right, Hicks had clothes. Hicks. Fangirls probably won't complain about this either, but Hicks, you've got everything. Okay, that explains everything. Don't embarrass me, he says. Okay, that's more like it. Okay, we'll put that on you. Ooh, look at this! Shiny! Look at all these shininess. Yeah, no, that's fair blue glass. Oh, I need to get rid of some of this stuff. Ooh, who wants this? Everybody. Who's gonna get it? You! I don't know. There's too many things. I don't know what Lucan has equipped. Oh wait, do I have... Okay. Oh, I need to get another shield, but I should probably have money for that first. Okay, let's equip... Oh my god. This game has not the best. Seriously, not the best. Okay. Flick, you're going to item give. This. Hand over to, like, you. Humphrey, doesn't he use shields? I thought he used shields too. Or is, oh, I didn't give him a hat. I should probably give him a hat. Why is he wearing... Oh my god. Humphrey. Honey. Why doesn't he have a hat? Why didn't I give him a hat? I need to get money. Alright, little old man. Okay, and she's wearing clothes. Do I have to get a hat from someone else? Yes, I do. Fine, thanks. Okay. Isn't the holy crystal the go fast crystal? Humphrey, why are you not wearing a hat? Okay. Oh, we were gonna put the rage rune on Cleo. Gotta go fast to towns. Okay, withdraw. Do I have any good hats? Humphrey, you don't have a hat on your head. Why don't you have a hat on your head? Now you've got a hat. I need a shield. See ya. Come again. Okay, hold on. Humphrey. No. Oh my gosh. Put the hat on. Good. Good boy. So we're gonna go get some money, and then we're gonna go get more money with the money that we got. Because I'm pretty sure we don't have enough money to gamble. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna be like, you can't gamble. You have 9 potch. Alright, Michael, thank you for your bit. Am I a random streamer to you? I suppose I am. Alright, we're going to go... Where's a good place? Well, we'll just go where we're supposed to go and see if we can keep Lucan alive. Oh, that's right, I need to... Oh, you'll notice Vincent is here. Thanks, Michael. Are these random bits of dialogue that you throw out there? Alright, everybody, fight. Bam, bam, bam. This is maybe not my most efficient decision. No, you did 1 damage. Oh no, the worst. Okay. See how many levels do you think Lucan is gonna get here? Everyone else is getting like 2 experience. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I want a nameless urn. Cool. Remember how long it took us to find one of those? Okay. We're just getting Lucan a couple of levels just in case. I don't know that we're gonna need them, but we're getting them. Oh no! You did damage to me, Mad Ivy. I'm mad at you now, Mad Ivy. And getting 5 experience. Look at that. He got a couple of levels. Alright. We have a little bit of money, which we're going to go turn into more money. It's magic. Super magic. The most magical magic. Alright. Wait, what do I do with a nameless urn now that I have more than one? I guess I should probably turn this. I've got another thing to turn in anyway. Let's go get it identified. And then we'll go stick it in the bathhouse. That's what you do with stuff. Maybe. No, you can't, Java. Graffiti, yes! I hope the results are in. Okay. Okay, hold on. Hold on. What is the save? Save state. F1. Alright. I may be a fool, but these are things I get passionate about. Oh man. So I'm throwing the Final Fantasy VI cast at a forger because they have to get papers made, because I've decided that they have to get papers in order to go into Vector. So that'll be fun. Tune in for more Darkness Starlight. Maybe I'll read my fanfic for Christmas Eve. Like, tune in while I sit down and read 60,000 words to you. My gambling joint. No. Let's play, yes. Yes. Alright, buddy. No, that's fine, MC. I certainly can't judge. I play multiple games at a time. Yay! Oh man, so Shadowbringers is on sale, the Steam Winter Sale, and I still haven't gotten through Stormblood. I haven't even gotten to Stormblood, but at some point in the future I'm going to play Shadowbringers, and it has been requested that I stream Shadowbringers plot, so I will do that when we get there. I'll have to figure out how to do that, but it's probably still like a year away, knowing me. It's taken me like the better part of a year to get through Heaven's Word and its subsequent sections. The dice are out of bounds. No score. No score. Bam. Oh no, is this good or bad for me? Yes! Okay. Alright. So we're going to do a save here because we can. Do you folks mind, by the way, me like rambling about other games that that I'm thinking about playing? It's a 2. I don't know what Cyber Knight is. I don't know that I've ever heard of it. Yes! I don't even know what happened there or why, but I'll take it. That's that. I was wondering about that, Blue Glass. His hand is 4. No score. No score. No score. We're loading because we're cheap. But yeah, I've been trying to figure out... Yay! I've been trying to figure out what we're going to play next on Tuesdays. Because I think I want to take a break from Suikoden 2. Or Suikoden. Okay. Because I really do want to share Suikoden 2 with everybody, but I really... Playing Final Fantasy VII Remake has really driven home to me how much I enjoy playing games first time through. So I want to do another first play game, maybe. And I've been thinking about Hades. I've been thinking about Hollow Knight. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Well, that's fine. Save. Oh, did I have a poison save for some reason? Why did I have a poison save? I must have been having trouble. Wait, where am I going? I play Red Mage. I started as Bard, but it was too confusing. So they're like, you know what's less confusing than Bard, but even more stylish and melodramatic to boot? Red Mage. And I was like, oh, sign me up. Ah, thank you. See, that would be why. Alright, we're gonna sharpen the old man's weapon. He fights with a stick. He fights with a stick. I do want to play one shot. I do. I really do. Because we'll be in early 2021 when that happens, because we're going to beat this soon. What do we sharp? Does it become a sharpened stick? I want it to be a sharpened, I like a sharp stick. I think that'd be great. There's no reason for me to do this, but I'm doing it anyway. I hope you'll forgive me that I'm wasting my money. Also, I have a really hard time with complicated mechanics. And red mages are very, very good for that. Oak stick. Oh. That's nowhere near as ridiculous as I thought it was going to be. Which game, Commodore? Most in-depth coverage of which game? I have been told that I would like to play Dancer. I have been told I would enjoy that by multiple people who play with me and therefore know what my limitations are. Cyber Knight 2, okay. Wait, what is it now? Ebony stick. So fancy. We're gonna have no money after this. I need to buy a hat. Yeah, I haven't learned how to do any other roles yet, and I don't know if I will. So, in the case of Suikoden, it's largely very simple, and I know the game quite well. For those of you who've watched me play games with more complicated mechanics, you can probably understand what I mean when I say that I have to, that is, like, I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV for 3 years. 13, something must have been 13. For 3 years. Granted, sometimes I only play like once or twice a month, but still. And I'm just learning some of the mechanics finally. So I'm very slowly easing into it. What was I gonna do? Oh, I was gonna buy a hat and a shield. Because I want to dress this little man up. He needs a hat. Little old dudes in hats. What is it about old men in hats? Did your grandpa have a hat? My grandpa had a hat. A grandpa hat. And sometimes you'll have like younger people who wear grandpa hats, but grandpa hats are still a thing, you know? Ha 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 ha! Humphrey gets a better hat. There you go, Humphrey. Thanks. No punctuation. Alright. Full armor. Full armor is better than dragon armor, huh? Okay. That's Humphrey being a tank. Yeah, newsboy caps are a pretty good choice for grandpa hats. Leggings. Oh, I do like wearing leggings. Steel shield, chaos shield. Sure, we'll buy a second shield for the little old dude. I feel like part of it may be that hats were more of a thing in the past than they are now. Yay, little old man might die slightly less. This is good. We want a less dead old man. But I feel like hats are more of a thing in the past. I feel like they've gone out of style. It makes sense to wear a hat so you don't get sunburned. You know what kind... I hate wearing hats. I hate wearing hats. I hate wearing wigs. I don't like putting things on my head. But I like bucket hats. Really stupid bucket hats. Like if I had like a rain hat, bucket hat with like a rubber ducky pattern on it, I would love that. Oh man. That would be right up my alley. Like, you know, TK in season 2 of Digimon? That's my ideal hat. Okay, so we're gonna withdraw some medicine. Mega medicine. Probably ought to upgrade to mega medicine. Where's my regular medicine anyway? Am I out of it? Did I throw it away? Was I like, psh, medicine, whatever. I don't know, but we have mega medicine now. We've upgraded. Flick. Oh, there's not very minis in a stack. Oh no, stream shouldn't be hiccuping. I'm plugged in. Oh, no, medicine's over here. Silly magic? What do you mean by silly magic? Wait. No, I think I want to go down a level. I'm gonna learn my way around just in time. It's okay, Greg, you haven't missed very much. Although I would say... Well, no, but remember we concluded that Sarah actually probably used to be like a secret agent or something like that, and then she retired to be a clothes washer? Launderer? Can't be attached. Okay, whatever. We're gonna remove what she's got. Okay, a rune is removed. Just okay. Yay! Hate rune. Lucan doesn't have one. Can't be returned. Okay. We went to go. We met Vincent and had to pay off his tab by washing dishes, which I've never seen before. So that was funny. I was charmed. So, Digimon and Pokemon rose to popularity when I was in high school. And Digimon and Pokemon both had cartoons that were on. So, I don't know how familiar you are with both cartoons, but Pokemon is goofy and silly and ridiculous and full of gags. And Digimon features a villain who witnessed his brother die, internalized the guilt of that, and set about trying to destroy everything while not dealing with the PTSD of that trauma in his life. So imagine, if you will, early high school Lauren with all of the like melodrama love that you see now, but also maximum taking herself seriously. And then ask yourself, which of these two shows would Lauren have been more interested in? There's a reason why season 2 is my season of Digimon. So, yeah, probably MC. Alright, so we're gonna get a rune for little old dude. Water crystal. Lucan, you're gonna be a healer now. Just running back and forth, doing a little bit of stuff. So consequently, the last Pokemon that I played prior to Pokemon Go was Blue. Which means that when I started playing Pokemon Go, I was very confused and had to ask friends, what do I use against this? What do I use against that? Because I have all these friends who are somewhere between 5 and 10 years younger than me. So we have different experiences in that regard. I'm good at... I'm not good at Pokemon Go. I haven't really been playing it in a while. Maybe I will play it again at some point. I'll have to figure out where the... Man, I haven't even gotten used to where things are in my current neighborhood. I'll have to figure out. I'll have a whole new neighborhood to figure out. I've heard good things about Tamers. I haven't seen it. I was, I think, old enough when it came out that it didn't really cross my desk. Alright, are we good? So my favorite Pokemon is Abra. I was a babysitter, like babysitting age when Red and Blue were first a big thing. So I would be babysitting kids and they would want to play like we were Pokemon and I would be like, okay, that's fine. And they'd be like, what kind of Pokemon are you, Lauren? And I'm like, oh, I'm Abra. And they're like, haha, well, I'm this really awesome thing. And I'm like, teleport. And they're like, no, you can't do that, Lauren. I'm like, I'm Abra, that's what I do. And they would get so mad every time. Now that we have this language, I would say I trolled them. We didn't call it trolling yet, then that wasn't a thing yet. Good times. I was a good babysitter. But if you misbehaved, I would literally make you go to your room and I would sit on you and tell you that's why it was called babysitting. And to behave if you didn't want to get sat upon. But I have since been told that my favorite Pokemon would be... The name is something like Prima Donna. But it's Mermaid Selkie who sings. Primarina, that's it. Although I can remember that because Marina has to do with water. And Prima has to do with Prima Donna, like singing. I see what you did there, Pokemon. Anyway, I've been informed that that would be my favorite. And I didn't know that Pokemon existed until everyone told me that. And yes, I love mermaids. A lot. I love Selkies. A lot. I love singing. A lot. You put all of them together and I'm like, yes. Well, so when I was a kid, I didn't realize that Bulbasaur is the best. So I think I liked Charmander best. Sun and Moon. Oh! So I work for a video game music company, right? And I write a lot about the albums that we put out or have published or licensed or whatever. And we have a bunch of Pokemon ones that we've released for people. And I'm always having to ask my friends, what generation is this? So that I can write about it appropriately. And they're like, that's Gen 7, Lauren. I'm like, oh my god. That's so many generations of Pokemon. Anyway, Suikoden. You are very persistent. He's talking to Vincent, not us, if that's not clear. I thought about trying the new Pokemon, but I just don't know, because what motivates me in games is story and character and emotion. And Pokemon's not really about those things. Oh, Crusader is a really good name. That's really good, MC. I really appreciate that. That seems like it could be like canonically a name. That's how good it is. Well done. My friend who loved Vincent, she liked to cosplay as Vincent. She's a very talented cosplayer and she really liked ridiculous and over-the-top designs. So she made the cape with the rose on it. In fact, after I finish with this, I'm going to send her a message and be like, hey, I just got Vincent. And she'll be like, man, that is a throwback. I'm telling you who I am for your sake. Ha 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 ha. He's a very convincing liar. Fortunately, the game knows he's not a very convincing liar, so that was sarcasm that I said earlier. Flick is really amused by this. He's so ridiculous. Humphrey is pulling out his words again. Vincent knows who he is. Vincent's a weirdo. This is overhand. And just in case you were finding him useful and therefore tolerable, he had to go and remind you that he's actually really obnoxious. But he's less bad than some of the narcissists. We haven't discovered that yet, Greg. We haven't gotten in yet, so we don't know. Flick is having fun messing with him, I think. Notice this doesn't get capitalized. This is why you want proofreaders, children. I would never sneak in. A common burglar. Oh, okay, Greg. Well, buckle up. So we're not allowed in to see the dragons. No one, not even the Emperor himself, is allowed in. I guess I must have said yes. I wasn't paying attention. God, I love this song so much. But then they're like, you could listen to that. But instead, you could just listen to this thing. And I'm like, fine, I guess I'll listen to this thing. No, we just cheated. Oh, Goldlet. Can anybody use it? Everyone can use it. Who gets it? Flick, I guess. Alright, Flick. The Sunshine King. He's pretty mad. I don't think he gets a lot of sunshine here in a cave. Oh hey! Is everybody getting some sunshine? I know that we are in the season of not getting lots of sun. So if you're not going out and getting sunlight, consider vitamin D supplements. Ah, okay. I find taking walks is tremendously helpful for my mental health. But I take walks at night so it's not crowded. Yeah, I'm getting a... I think I'm getting one of those sunlight lamps for Christmas or my birthday, because my birthday's also in January, so I send my mom a wish list and then she divides it up as she sees fit. And that'll probably help me get... Wait, that looked like that was a route I could also go. What? It's not? Guess we have to fight the Sunshine King again. Oop. Bum, 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 bum. Oh man, MC, does that mean you got to see the sun today? Not gonna lie, I'd be pretty uncomfortable getting dental work done right now. Oh, that's a Sonic reference, isn't it? Alright. I got the old man in my party because it'll save some time and he can heal if he needs to. Oh, is that song not a song that people like? I thought people liked that song. Shows what I know. Or is that from one of the games that people don't like? Yay, more history! Lore! Oh no, it's an angry possessed shield thing. Oh. Clearly I did not keep up with the memeness of it. Oh, these guys aren't hard. Okay, cool. Excellent. Bye-bye! Oh, good! Lucan got 5 levels off of that. Excellent. He'll catch up in no time. It's the beauty of the leveling system in Suikoden, as I keep saying. Oh no! Have at it. No, well, okay. You're Rune. And everybody else just smash. Did they mess it up? Did they mess it up? Is it a Sonic racing game? I don't know very much about Sonic games. I'm really bad at them. Really bad at them. I mean, some of you who were here in 2016 had the privilege of seeing me get stuck in the toxic waste of Sonic 2 Power Gloves. Now you're playing with power. I'm sorry. I literally can't help it. It's not my fault. That's right. Somebody's got it covered. I assume that even those of you who might be too young to have experienced that firsthand are familiar with it through the power of the internet and nerd culture. I'm not gonna use the Windows settings. Oh my god, remember when I had a comedic sound setting for the final duel with Tio? Do you remember that happening? Oh, why did that happen? Why did that happen? It was not good. It was not a good decision. Not a good fit. Oh, why am I yawning? I don't know. I don't know why the duck is the default no sound. So Humphrey is dotting emphatically. He's wordsing. Oh. We fell like dum-dums. Milia is not impressed. Oh dear. Yes, we've got more elephants. Here's Futch, by the way. He was one of my sister's favorite characters. She loved him so much. I did art from Suikoden 2 of him with the dragons. I did this. It was like this big. It was this full painting. It was super elaborate. She still has it. That was a long time ago, but she still has it framed up on her walls. Very sweet. She also has a picture that I drew and she colored of McDowell versus Windy. Yes, this is a bit more dragon-like and a bit less elephant-like than we would expect. Amelia's like, oh, you're not a common bandit after all. I just jumped to that conclusion because I felt like it. Flick's like, something's not right. Flick has been suspicious this entire time. He's been suspecting. Futch is so short. He's a baby child. Flick is like, come on, people. Stop avoiding. I know something's going on. Humphrey's like, I've been practicing saying my full title so that I have all the words lined up. Like, this is clearly a line. I feel like he's rehearsed saying this. Yeah, Futch is a very young child. He's a little baby boy. Yeah, every version of Futch is very cool. And it's nice to see... It's nice to see the development of a character reflecting the people and events that that character experiences life with. Yeah. Leo's like, this isn't good. Deputy Commander. Humphrey's actually taking the lead as far as, like, talking. I'm very proud of him. He's gonna, like, have to go sit in a silent room for, like, a week and a half after this. You know? There was a Japanese fan artist who I was friends with way back in the day who really liked Suikoden 2 Futch. Because I remember drawing her a congratulations picture for the number of hits her page had had. And it was Futch holding a baby dragon. Back in the day, that was a thing we did. We tracked the number of hits that our websites got. So you would have a little counter, and anytime anyone went to your website. And so if somebody got a particularly exciting number, they would screenshot it and share that with you. And then you would draw them something special sometimes as a celebration thing. Which I think is something people will do on, like, Tumblr and Twitter and stuff now for follower count. That was back before we had follower counts. So it'd be like, you got number 1, 2, 3, 4. What's your favorite character? I drew a picture and posted it up in my fan art gallery that I host locally on my site. Man, the late 90s, early 2000s were a time. It's appropriate. We're playing Suikoden. He's so little bitty. So little bitty. These snoozers. That can't be good. Oh, we still have to fight in here? Okay. Well, that's fine. We got this. We'll just bludgeon the demon wheels hanging out with your dragons. Well, everyone's gonna get a level the next one. Is there a thing over here? Oh no, this is where we came from. Okay, fine. I thought maybe I'd find, like, a thing, but I did not. This should do it. Oh man. Come on! Okay, good. Everyone's trying to snooze. So close to levels. Okay. Look at me progressing the plot. It only took me an hour to do it, but we're doing it. Okay. No. Rude, not defend. The opposite of what I want. Sure, why not? Deep dives into enemy monster culture. Oh, this is maybe unnecessary. These things are lower level than I thought they were. Am I over leveled, friends? I think I might be. Oh yeah, like having like a full bestiary for this game. Oh, an earth shield. Is that any good? It's probably not better than what I've got, but... Oh, it is! Oh, okay. Alright, Flick. Whoa. Cool. I'll take it. We've had a bit of luck in this game. Did I do this wrong? I must have done this wrong. What did I do? Because this is the outside of the cave, right? No, this isn't. Okay. Ah, I forgot about this. Okay. These dudes totally look like something from Final Fantasy IV, don't they? No, use your rune. It's a different outside. I couldn't tell. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Yes, okay, we're gonna recap for Chrono. Which is good. We actually didn't have a lot of progression because I had to do some inventory management and stuff, as one does. So, to catch you up on what happened, no, we actually haven't had any feelings. So, we went to the Dragon Knight's cave that leads to the Dragon Knight's fortress. And they were like, none shall pass. And Humphrey was like, I have prepared all of these words. I will now say these words. I am friends with your boss. Let me through. And they were like, no, not even the Emperor himself can come through. And Flick was like, that seems suspicious. And then they were like, yeah, well, you can't go through. So then we were like, okay, we'll go regroup in the nearest town. So we go there. And there's a narcissist dude. So like Milik, where it plays the ridiculous pompous theme, and the guy is like, oh ho ho, innkeeper, you have the privilege of being owed money by me. And then he's like, oh, you'll pay my bill, right, Mictol? And Mictol is like, what? But we had no money because if you will recall, I did not recall, we worked very hard to have no money last time. So even though it was actually a pretty low tab, we still had to do dishes. But the guy was like, oh, well, I'm gonna run off to the dragon's den. Bye bye, see you. And having to do dishes to work off his small tab is hilarious. It was 200 bucks. We get like 3,000 from a single encounter. So 200 is pretty low, I think, even within the context of the world. But so we went to the Dragon Knight cave. And he was there. And he was like, I'm friends with the boss. And the guy was like, no, seriously, nobody can get through. I don't care how many of you say you're friends with him. Nobody comes through. Also, hi, Skyfry. Thank you for following. Bits? Oh, is it Bits? I thought it was Potch. Where am I getting that from? Is it Potch in 2? Okay. Look. It's not my fault that Suikoden 1 is apparently spiritually connected to the Twitch monetary system. And that Suikoden 2 is the one where my heart lies. Okay, well, there is a friend who goes through and watches these and then leaves comments sometimes on translations. So we may wind up with an explanation of the translation of Bits versus Podge. Thank you, Sky. Bits are the currency of the Scarlet Moon Empire. To be fair, it is a different location, but I feel like it's Podge in later games too. Anyway, 200 bits. Bits. Anyway, that's a Steven Universe reference. So. Right. Okay. I got distracted. But I'm coming back to my recap for Chrono. So it turns out that Vincent, our new narcissist aristocratic friend, is like, I used to play here as a child. There's totally a secret entrance. Go in there and have fun. So we go through the secret entrance, and fight some easy bad guys. And then we arrive in the cave where the dragons are snoozing, and Flick is like, why are all the dragons snoozing? And then Milia shows up, and she's the deputy commander of the Dragon Knights, and she's like, oh shoot, you must be a bandit. And we're like about to be like, no, we're not. But then Futch, do you remember Futch? He is the young Dragon Knight who got into a fight with Ted when we first went to visit Legnot, when everything was haha goofy, we're gonna do this silly no consequence errand. Nothing bad is gonna happen. Look at this goofy playing around that all of the young characters in this game are doing. Yes, he called you a punk. So we do remember Futch. I think that's a fantastic way of... No, Skyfry, this is not my first playthrough. Sorry, I tried to put down that this is a replay. I know these games quite well. I usually do first playthroughs. In the case of the Suikoden games, I've been talking about them for years, so I'm introducing folks to them. Chrono here has never seen a Suikoden before, so the rest of us are all obnoxiously hinting at what's coming up, so on and so forth. No, Suikoden is dearly, dearly beloved in my heart. Like, it has been near and dear to me since it came out. My sister and I used to run a play-by-chapter tabletop, well, a play-by-chapter forum RPG of Suikoden before Suikoden 2 came out. So, I'm very excited for Eiyuden. I would have loved to have been able to throw more money at it, but as it is, I got the, I think it's the Bard level backing, so I get the soundtrack. If Suikoden isn't breaking your heart, Suikoden 4, then it's not Suikoden. Yeah, Suikoden, well, so I want to play Suikoden 2 on stream at some point, because I view Suikoden 1 as it's meant to be, as a prequel to Suikoden 2. So I feel like you kind of need it for full context, and for certain things in Suikoden 2 to hit home properly. Well, see, I knew that they weren't going to announce Suikoden 6 because Konami has basically dropped a lot of their stuff, and a lot of the original staff from the Suikoden games is no longer working there. Which I can either talk about or speculate about based on the ones that I know or don't know. The experiences that I've had or that I've heard about. Yeah, I went to Tokyo for the Suikoden 2 concert in 2018. It was pretty great. I am now friends with the woman who sings on Reminiscence because we played together at a show at MagFest a couple of years before that. So she invited me to go to that concert, and it was an incredible experience that you're going to just hear me be incredibly obnoxious talking about a lot. Yeah, so I think it's called Game Engine. You might have heard, if you're an Undertale fan, you might have seen that there was an Undertale concert that was streamed on the 5th anniversary of Undertale, but it had been pre-recorded, and it was like a playthrough of like the entire soundtrack. Before they did Undertale, the year before that, they did they did a Suikoden 2 show, that same group. And I went to Tokyo for that. And it was amazing. And I will just talk about it, and it will sound like I'm bragging. And I don't mean to say it because I'm bragging, it's just one of those experiences that you talk about a lot because it's really exciting to have had it. Yeah, the Kobayashi show was an incredible, I felt like I was very much out of my league, but I was really grateful for the opportunity, and I got to make some really cool friends, which was really fun. So, yeah. No, Konami is not a good employer. I could elaborate. But they're probably not going to do anything with Suikoden. So I'm very excited that Eiyuden is coming out. And I'm super, super happy for that team to have control of their own IP. I have a cover that I did of Reminiscence on my YouTube channel years ago. So it's fun because Kobayashi-san is the composer for the Panzer Dragoon Saga and other games, and she was a guest at MagFest, which is what Nick, who had, would I say you're MagFest affiliated? I don't know exactly what the phrasing here to use is, but I played. She was a guest of honor, and they needed some performers to perform live with her. They needed a flute, and my friends at MagFest were like, "Lauren, you play flute," and I was like, "I'm not nearly good enough," and they were like, "Too bad." I actually tried giving it to other people, but nobody would take it, so I took it, and it was great because it was an amazing experience. So I played her my cover after, like, we'd finished the show. We were all hanging out, a bunch of us were hanging out having dinner, and I was like, oh, I covered Reminiscence. And so I played it for her, and she started crying, and I started crying, and turns out that even though she sang on Reminiscence, and she did, like, the 3D art for Suikoden 3, and, like, was really into Suikoden, and I was really into Suikoden. We were talking about bad cover art for games, and I was like, did you know that Suikoden 1 has bad American cover art? And she was like, no! So I got to introduce her to that. And she was like, who are those even supposed to be? And I'm like, I think that one's Ted. She's like, no. I was like, I think that one's McDowell. She's like, no. Like, he's got a stick. And she's like, no, that doesn't make any sense. It's amazing. Anyway, so I love Suikoden very much. And this is not the first playthrough. I will absolutely stream Eiyuden when it comes out in like 2 years. I will probably stream that upon release, which I don't usually do. I usually wait at least a few months or a few years or a couple of decades. But here this is mostly because I want people to know how good Suikoden is, because it's amazing. And I played through Final Fantasy VI, which is one of my other favorite games of all time, on stream earlier this year, and had fun with that. So I'm continuing to do non-first playthroughs, and I will play Suikoden 2 on stream at some point, which is my favorite. Of course, then folks are like, we're gonna play through the whole series, and I'm like, well, I'm not playing 4, and they're like, we donate enough money when you play 4, and I'm like, only if I can name the main character Bubbles. As far as I'm concerned, that's canonically his name. Anyway. Alright, well, if we ever need to do like a fundraiser thing and you want to make me suffer, we'll play Suikoden 4, The Adventures of Bubbles, and I will complain the entire time. Eleanor is so wasted on that game. Yes, it would be my equivalent of Desert Bus. Yeah, it would be. Oh, thank you, MC. Things aren't good. It turns out Flick's suspicions all along were well-founded. No, this is these are Dragon Knights, Chronos, so they're wearing Dragon Knight helmets. There's only one game that I ever rage quit because I disliked it on stream. And I don't think I've hated on anything I've played. It would be a weird experience. Because I would be telling you why everything that they were trying to do didn't work, and I don't know. And why I was so mad. brothers. A tale of... I don't remember what it's... Oh, Fuma! Hello! More ninjas! I can obliterate my very presence. That's a phrasing choice. Is it just me, or does the bandana thingy over his head kind of look like it has like piano keys on it? Fuma, are you secretly a musician? He's not very secretive, but he thinks he is. Man, I have been in Canada long enough that seeing the word honored without a U, my brain is like, huh. So I'm stuck in this weird, like, halfway place where if I'm speaking specifically to Canadians, I will use the you. If I'm speaking specifically to people back home, I don't use the you. And if I'm speaking in mixed company, it depends. Futch has been morose since he stood guard. Oh, I like that idea, CCN. I like that idea. Maybe I could do that. Oh no, would I have to find things to like about Suikoden 4? Ooh. I could probably do it. It would mostly be missed opportunities and decent attempts. The artwork is a big improvement over Suikoden 1, which is good. It's the same artist. The same artist is coming back for Eleanor is really good, yes. Yeah, well, and I didn't like her art either until 4, and then I really liked her art. But she's back in Suikoden, and I like her art now, so it's okay. Oh, here we go! Alright, Chrono! Remember we were talking about true runes, and they're very important. So our friend here, Joshua, the boss of the Dragon Knights, has a true rune. That's significant. Remember what we said about having a true rune isn't very cool? It's not very cool. I would not take a true rune. No. Having a true rune and watching everyone you love grow old and die forever. Not so good. So we're separate from the Empire. But then the Empire started being bad. Which, to be fair, the Empire has gotten worse. Sunrune? Sunrune! Oh, I suppose in a way, Greg. I suppose in a way. No, nothing good happens with the Sunrune. Oh. See, if we play through this Suikoden, if we play through Suikoden 5, we have to go through that scene. I'm going to bawl like a baby in anticipation of it. I can't even thinking about it. Okay, so the thing is, Chrono, you think, oh, they're talking about the Sunrune is bad. I'm prepared for it. No. No. The Sunrune. Yeah. It's not good. You don't want it. I still feel like the Soul Eater's the worst. You did, Greg. That was terrible, but also yes. Oh man, okay, well. See, now I feel like I have to play 3 and 5. get through the gameplay of 3. At least 3 is really easy, I think, if I remember correctly. Suikoden 5 is really good. It needs a better villain cast, but it's really good. It has a really good hero cast. Oh, is 3 the hardest? 3 is the easiest one to get all the characters. It's the easiest one to recruit 108. But then you also have to play as Thomas, who is my favorite. Don't get me wrong, Thomas is one of my favorite characters in any Suikoden ever. But playing as him is not easy. Okay, Dover, yeah, if you were about to be like, I don't like Thomas, I'd be like, no, hold up. Okay, so maybe we'll have to... Do I have to play the entire Suikoden series for you folks? I'm feeling like this is where we're going with this. I have to actually play through this game. Cecile is adorable and I love her, but Thomas is my favorite, especially Thomas as he is in the manga. There's just one little detail, for those of you who've read it, when he has tea with Hugo and tells a story where I was just like, this is the best thing that Suikoden 3 has done. This is amazing. I loved it. Oh, right. In those days, there's some translation. I'm trying to remember which one Fred is. Okay, so here we have somebody calling Humphrey out for changing sides again. How do I say this guy's name? Kreutz? He was in the old book that we were looking at that talked about recruiting people. Humphrey has a good answer. Humphrey says so much during this section of the game. Sorry, we talked about this the last time his name came up. Pronunciation. Gail Rugner, the previous emperor who was worse than Barbarossa. This is some kind of loyalty. It's like 10 or 15 years later. He's been drifting around sad that his boss is dead. Now he gets an opportunity to kill the guy who killed his boss. Oh, was it Barbarossa's uncle? Okay, I don't remember. Maybe that's in the old books. Seems kind of like an equivalent of, you mean help him, Humperdinck suffers? That is a noble cause. God, I love that movie. Oh, plot. And women! Milia! Humphrey's excited to see, or Joshua's excited to see Humphrey. Look at how serious looking Joshua is. Everyone's taller than poor McDowell. So, the incident at Kaleka, which we have discussed before. That's how they phrase it, the Kaleka incident, or the incident at Kaleka. So that happened. Presumably Humphrey figured out what it was and was like, I can't have anything to do with this. And that's also when Matthew left. I believe a number of people who either were in the know or were suspicious were like, this is unconscionable. I can't be part of this. Had my reasons. Look at all these words. He's continuing to throw words at the situation. So you can be an immature child. Can I fly on a dragon, sir? Or you can be the responsible leader of the Liberation Army. Oh god, we have to play Suikoden 2. Do I have to open up another game night? So once again, Flick is the one who's got all this worked out. He's like, hold on. Something's going on. Something's going on. Too bad. A pompous nobleman showed us a secret entrance and we snuck in. So this is bad. The dragons have been sleeping for months. Which is kind of a cue that it has been quite a while since the beginning of the game. This isn't good. So, we brought Luke in with us to save time. He is in my party. He's a little old man with his hand on his back. I've had lower back problems the past couple of weeks, and I'm understanding why you would walk with your hand on your back now. Haha! Look at that. Specialized dialogue. I'm glad that they wrote dialogue knowing that this was a possibility. So here's the snoozing dragons. As was mentioned earlier, they sound a little more like dragons and a little less like elephants. They're sleeping. Sleeping poison. Futch is really mad. Because they said that he stood guard and he's been on edge ever since. So he thought he saw somebody. Could it possibly be a ninja sneaking in? Look, he's the holy doctor, Chrono. He's the doctorest doctor. He can doctor anything and anyone. Moonlight weed, black dragon orchid, and... ... What could this possibly be? It's not ominous at all. So they want to like kind of let you know that. But then they immediately go into discussion. So you have, if you're playing this for the first time and you're not having me repeat the line dramatically, if you're playing this for the first time as a younger person, like they say that and he's like, we'll worry about that later. Anyway, and they go straight to like, this is something that I really enjoy with this game, with the storytelling and the writing in this game, is they do a fair bit of sleight of hand where they let you have the bits of information and they give you the hints and then they distract you with other stuff so that it's lodged into your brain, but you don't have time to speculate and come to the conclusion that, oh, this is really, really bad. They pull you back into the story so that they don't telegraph it too loudly. And I think that's very effective. I think that's a really good idea and something that, as a writer, something that I could probably stand to learn from, which I think is really good to keep in mind as I'm playing through people's writings. Yeah, so I'm wrecking this. I'm ruining your experience. Sorry, Chrono. But no, like, a lot of games, I don't sit there and say, this is a thing I could learn from as somebody who writes fiction. I feel as though the Suikoden games... yeah, so I compared it to sleight of hand. It's not exactly the word I'm looking for, but I don't remember what the exact word that I'm looking for is. Or maybe it is the same thing. But you put the thing down, and then you distract them with this other stuff. So here we go. Oh, okay. We're going to go to this place called Seek Valley. We're going to ride on a dragon. We're going to go have an adventure. Everything is continuing. Misdirection, I think, is probably closer to it. But misdirection is part of why sleight of hand works. So misdirection is the part of it that I'm talking about. And that's something to keep in mind. So astute readers, I'm sorry, I saw riding a dragon. Astute readers or players will pick up on this, but also not dwell on it necessarily. Lucan is like, I guess I'm not going to go there. Amelia joins my party. I guess I should go sharpen her. Flitch is upset. He saw something. Seek Valley. Bloom among the crystals. Oh, is this... I'm trying to remember. The crystals are like super dangerous or something. I'm trying to remember. I remember the other parts more than this one, I think. Something happens in Seek Valley. There's something significant. I have an association with that name. Okay, yes, but Chrono, have you played Final Fantasy IX? She's a woman in an RPG. She doesn't get pants. Okay. Because the thing that I'm thinking of has to do with the Black Orchid. But my brain is like, oh, Seek Valley. Oh, Seek Valley. And I don't know why my brain like has like Metal Gear Solid style exclamation points going off. But it does. So, hey, I get to be surprised by it, or else we're gonna get there and I'm gonna be like, oh, it's this. Alright. She said her dragon was out front. Did I go the wrong way? Did I go the wrong way? Castle. Thank you. Bye, Ivy. I really like the name Ivy. I should probably save at some point. There we go. There's a dragon. What happens in Seek Valley? Why is Seek Valley so memorable? Oh, that's right. Okay. There's a treasure chest here. Window setting. Yeah. That is absolutely not just going straight into Rock's vault. Alright. No! Not yet. No! Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Can I go back? Well, I can leave? Okay. We're riding another dragon. Yay! Dragon time! So a couple of the dragons were away when the others got poisoned. It is the crystal. Okay. What happens in Seek Valley? See, I didn't know that, MC, and so I thought I got trapped a couple of times. Okay. Is it just really, is it really hard? Is Seek Valley really hard? Is it like the floating continent of Suikoden 1? Okay, blue glass. Man, this game. This game goes places that are not easy. And the pacing of it is such that there's hard stuff a lot. Alright, let's go get Milia some pants. Item. I'm sorry. Alright. Is Milia magic? No, she is not. What is she? Okay, hold on. Okay, she can be in the back row though. Oh, she's got a fair bit of health. Once we put clothes on her, she'll be fine. Yeah, shield users are fairly rare, but I guess not as rare as they could be. Which one is a killer rune? Oh, that's what I put on Hicks to make him useful. He was good. He was like the MVP in that fight. I was so impressed. It's like, way to go, Hicks. There she is. She fights with Valhalla. She picks the entire Hall of the Gods up. Crow, no! Crow, no! Brunhild. Okay, so she's supposed to be Valkyrie looking and seeming. That makes sense actually with her design and her role. She's Valkyric. Is that an adjective? I'm using it as an adjective now. I feel like I should waste less time rambling. Alright, let's go get her some clothes. Oh, I guess Valkyries sometimes ride things like that into battle, right? I don't remember. Okay, put the window setting. Do they canonically ride a Pegasus? Because Pegasus is Greek. So what do they traditionally ride? Are they flying horses? They're just not called Pegasus because they're not Greek? Okay. Give the Chaos Shield to her. Right, I know, but the name Pegasus is Greek specifically, so... Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Lucan. Where are you, little old man? Where'd you go? Why can't I find anything? Oh, there's too many. Maybe so. Maybe so. Where is he? Oh my god, there's Fukian. Not Lucan. Where? I'm sorry. Hold on. Fine. Fine. I'll go buy things and stuff. Hand over to Milia. Hand over to Milia. Does anyone else have any extra stuff like that? Hand over to Milia. I should just get rid of some of this stuff. Hold on, we're gonna go put some of it in our bathhouse. Oh, I went the wrong way. I might as well buy stuff too. Inventory management is so hard. In this game especially. Thanks, Chapman. Chapman. Milia needs a hat. Oh, she can wear a full helmet? She's gonna wear a full helmet. Does that mean she can wear full armor? Dragon armor, nope. No, she can't. I think I've got a suit of dragon armor already. Folks, I apologize for being so incredibly disorganized. I think I've got a better shield. Hold on, let's see. I feel like if I were good at this, we would waste less time. Oh man, her defense is good though. Jeez. Because she's still got like the worst armor. I think I've got better armor for her in the vault. I don't know what that means, Chrono. But you seem very enthusiastic about it, so I support this. No, not a bandana. I do love bandanas. I want to figure out how to wear a bandana. How can I... wear a bandana and pull it off? Jeez, she is a tank, which is good. It's nice to have a few of those around. She's not a caster though, so nobody here has water rune. Should I put a water rune on anyone? Flick? I went the wrong way. Yes, dragon armor is appropriate. I'm just gonna drop this off. I'm just gonna drop this off. Useless. 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 Oh, does Cleo have... No, she doesn't. Okay, so I'm gonna withdraw... Oh, I had dragon armor already. Well, too bad. Too bad. So, who do I want to put this on? Milia will hold it. Medicine. Medicine. Everybody should probably have some regular medicine and some mega medicine. Alright. I think I might put... Because a lot has my flowing rune. Because Milia, I'm not giving her a water rune. She's got like nothing but kindness drops with the regular one. So either Flick or Cleo is kind of my only viable option. Because the thing is, like, I mean, Ronnie like might as well not even have magic. She's basically not, like, her magic doesn't exist. And Humphrey and Milia are both bad at magic. Like the fact that they've only got one level 2 slot. Yes, Ronnie's magic is a fist to the face. Flick or Cleo? Cleo? She does less damage. She's the caster. She's super well-rounded. Like, I don't know if she's like a little bit flimsy, but like she's decent at attacking. She can be in any row. If I remember correctly, I think, or is she long row only? Hold on. Okay, she is long only, but she does a fair amount of damage for a back row character. Like for a caster, she actually does real damage. Yeah, do either of you, any of you who know this, have any recommendations on that front? She uses a long-range sword. She just throws it. It's attached to a string, so she pulls it back when she's done. I should definitely be allowed to design characters. Oh my god. Apparently, she's missed her calling and needs to be in Mortal Kombat. No, that's fair. I just really love Cleo. Yeah, Ronnie might have to go, honestly. So we're looking at Flick, Humphrey, and neither Tyr or Milia in the front row. And Lot, Tyr, and Cleo in the back row. Flick is also pretty versatile. Like, he leans more on melee versus magic, but he's still pretty magically capable. Like, there's a difference between him and real casters. But let's get Lot back in the party. All right, honey. How about some wine? He says. Yeah, well, I mean, like, his for a melee character, his magic is quite strong. Just like Cleo, like, for a caster, her like, physical offense is quite good. Okay, admit to party. Lot still has my flowing rune, right? I didn't take that off her. There she is. Yeah, she's a little bit low level, but that'll be okay. Alright, let's go. Let's go take Ronnie's clothes off and put them on Lot. I'm sure they'll fit really well. The girls are basically the same size, right? Yeah. She's not that far behind. Okay. I wonder whether things like this, like the leveling system and okay, somebody's gonna have to translate 2 meters to feet for me because my brain doesn't. Sorry, I'm like still coughing in your ear. Hopefully getting away from all the roaches will make me not cough so much. I just don't think too much about that if I can help it. Holy cow, Ronnie is 6.5 feet tall? Holy crap, that's tall. Wow. Oh my god, Chrono is very excited. Oh, Lot actually has decent equipment. Oh, I guess I never took Lot's clothes off. Well, that's fine. I might as well, right? Yeah, Greg, that's why I'm moving. Is Ulan taller than Ronnie? Poor Christopher Pond's rune. Who had the... Somebody had the killer rune. That's right, Greg. Man, I'm really not into super tall girls. But, you know, more power to you, if you are. Alright. Equipment. Amelia. Hicks, that's right. Okay. Hold on, which floor is the library on? Well, I mean, like, you don't really put down roots in an apartment. So, but I did fully unpack, and I'm having to fully pack again in a week because I'm moving on Monday. Floor 3. What floor am I on right now? Oh, I was on the 2nd floor, so I could have just gone up the stairs. Well, too bad. This is book 5. Craftsman. Antonio Hugo. This is how you get people if you don't know about them. Okay. Oh, this translates Cassios as female? I don't remember who the librarian in 2 is. I remember the librarian in 3. The librarian in 3 is quite memorable. Amelia. Oh! I vaguely remember Amelia. I don't think I have a very strong impression. Is she from Greenhill? Hold on. We're gonna kick Lot out of the party so we can take Hicks's route. Okay. Hicks. Oh my god, I'm so amazed. I read you guys like a fanfic chapter that I wrote in high school. Yeah, I'm... You may, Blue Glass, if you choose to. Oh, wrong floor. Alright. Work? I just imagine her saying this in like an unnecessarily sexualized voice. There we go. Who did I call you? Did I call you somebody different, Blues? Did I call you Blue Glass? It's only a matter of time before I did that. No, honestly, Blue Glass, I think that they, I think the translators probably did not want to have a canonically gay character translated in the game, given how the circumstances were in the US in 1995. So, anyway, Blues and Blue Glass, I'm sorry if I get your names confused. At least with Stolen Light, who also has the light in her name, I don't get confused because the first part of the name's different. Well, you can at least be sure that I know who you both are. Alright, eject from party. Goodbye, Hicks. You're a sweet boy. Locked. Here we go. What else was I gonna do? Oh, I was gonna put... I think this is what I want. Can they attach runes to weapons? I don't remember. Rune fragment, there we go. Oh shoot, hold on, I just realized what that was. Never mind. I got it wrong. I would normally put this on him. But he's not really going to be casting much, is he? Like, should I just put this on Cleo? Because my gut is to put this on Cleo. Because I use her a lot. And she's probably going to be my final party character. Or a final party character. I could use one on Lot and one on Flick, or one on Cleo and one on Flick. You can mix it up because I use both of them. I do. I'm more likely to use Cleo's magic. Okay. All right. Then let's go drop off the last of our stuff with Rock. And then we'll be ready to go. It just only took like, what, 20 minutes to get our gear right? And granted, part of the problem is that I'm being like, I'm trying to kind of maximize stuff, which I don't usually do in games, but... We're going to use the elevator. We're gonna use the basement. Can we just teleport to Seek Valley? Probably not. Oh my god, that staircase. Alright, so we want the Dragon Knight Fortress. Bum, 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 bum. Do we have a save point in here anywhere? Can I save with you, lady? Okay, let's rest and then save. Just to make sure. Yeah, maybe that's part of my association with Seek Valley. DK Fortress. Because that definitely sounds familiar. Alright, so we've saved, we've leveled, we've equipped, we've magicked, we've itemed, we've inventory managed. We inventory managed so much. Points and inventory management. Flop, 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 flop. I'm a dragon. Flop, 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 flop. Okay. Even just looking at it makes me unhappy. Oh, is Mace the one you have to... Do you have to bring all of the blacksmiths here to recruit him? That you do. Okay. Rockbusters. He's that guy. Okay. Cool. Well, we'll do that then. And there's a really narrow window of opportunity to do so, if I remember correctly. I'm not a fan. Good job, Chrono. I guess this is a good spot to use the Soul Eater, especially for the first few. Master Robe, that sounds good. Nobody can use it. That's making sounds. Alright, deadly fingertips on the wyvern. I think we might have gotten a translation of what hell is called in the original Japanese from our translating friend, but if not, our translating friend will, upon watching this, probably be like, ah, that is a request. I will answer that question, and then we will know next time. I'll try to remember to pass it along. Well, no, it might have been, I get YouTube comments that go into great detail about translation issues. We have a regular viewer who is a translator who likes to look things up. Watch me, like, accidentally go the right way when I'm not trying to. Alright, everybody, just like, oh, okay, this is Mace. There's no reason to go this way yet, then. We'll deal with that later. Okay. Peace out, buddy. So that's one of those sayings. Peace out is a saying that I inherited from other people, but it doesn't really sound like something that I would say. Oh, Queen Ant, wasn't she a boss? You know, in Ted's honor, I feel like we should do this. Right? Man, look at all of these critical hits that my party members are getting. I hope I'm not accidentally going the right way. Oh good, I'm not accidentally going the right way. Yes, sound settings. Amazing. I'm not a completionist. There are people who really like things like the sound settings and the window settings and stuff. Oh, shoot. I gotta get that. It could be a window setting. Mega medicine. That is more useful. Alright, lady. I'm just gonna hit you with my weapons a whole bunch. Oh, is she riding on an ant? The torso is coming out of the head. Is she like... I don't understand. Is this one of those monsters where I don't want to think too hard about the anatomy of it? This looks familiar. The save point's on the other side of it. Okay, we just save stated. This looks familiar. All right. Do any of these do anything against him? It... Which spell does actual damage, and does it do more damage than hitting with my stick? Sorry. This is the one game in which backseating is encouraged. I'm like, do what now? Do what now? She doesn't need to do. Wait, is one of these protect? But we concluded that's fog of deception, right? We concluded it doesn't do anything, right? Because they forgot to turn on all of their flags and stuff in this game. I think, if I remember correctly. Okay, well, we're gonna just do it and see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? Oh, maybe this makes it so it can't hit. I don't remember. Alright. Everyone is casting fire. Oh, look, we took out one of the crystals. That's probably good for us. Hopefully. Oh, we took out 2 of the crystals. Yeah. Oof. It does a fair bit of damage, doesn't it? Okay. You are going to attack it. Wait, what's your rune? Oh, right. Yes. You're going to attack it. You're going to attack it. You're going to do that again. You're going to do that again. I think Explosion's the one I want. Or do I want to do Final Flame with her? I'm trying to remember which of these... Okay. Sometimes I think there's like group attacks. I might have just done the wrong healing spell. My apologies to my party if so. But to be fair, I've got 5 of these. So we'll make it. There's no kindness drops. I could have used medicine, I suppose, but I didn't. Yeah, hit it really hard with... Okay. Is there a trick to this guy, or am I just doing okay? By busting out all of my everything? This seems unnecessary. I'm just gonna use medicine. She's the only one who doesn't have Mega Medicine equipped. Is my healer. Alright. We might be okay here. What goes wrong in Seek Valley? Why do I hate Seek Valley so much? I don't remember. But I do hate Seek Valley a lot, and I don't remember why. Yeah, we're gonna fight the orb. Yes, this is some good strategizing we're doing right now. I assume that it is really, really hard if you don't take it out. Like, I assume that it gets easier the fewer... Yes, Gradius is a Konami game. A lot of the space shooters with really good sound effects are Konami. That's why you get Gradius music on DDR. Ah, okay. Okay. Ah, here we go. Thank you. Well, fortunately for me. So is it immune to... Okay. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It seems like melee does... Like, that attacking does more damage. But this is non-elemental, so... Should she continue exploding it? Alright. I don't remember if it's like an elemental thing. Okay, that still does real damage. That still does real healing. Yay! Having a real caster with any sort of healing rune, but especially a flowing rune in a boss fight is just really nice. Ah, okay, so the rest of it is to make you think that it's not going to be a hard fight. So you're like, oh, this is easy. I'll just throw everything I've got at it. No big deal, and I won't worry about it. But, like, I don't know if I should even bother with my group heal at this point, you know? I'm not missing quite enough health. Like, I feel like I should just... But what else would I... Like, I feel like I should save this. Because what does Kindness Rain do again? Because I thought Kindness Rain was the group heal, but Water of Kindness is also a group heal. So now I'm thinking I got it wrong. Oh! For everybody? Because if I have 7 group heals, then we're fine. And then we've got Mother Ocean, which I think is like all heals plus also. Okay. We're just gonna do it. Yeah, God, the Flowing Rune is so good. So good. Canonical placement of true water rune is such a waste. It's such a waste. Some of you know what I mean. Oh man. Look at all that experience. Oh god, he was so close to a level. He was at like 998 or something like that. That's what we call tripping over a level. Like it's right under your feet, you're about to fall over it. I beat the orb. And I got a Cyclone Crystal. Is that the level up lightning rune? Checking the memory card. Cool. Seek. Alright. Level up wind. Oh, that's right. I forgot that wind was a thing. Let's let him go. Enjoy your dinner. Give your kitties a snuggle. That sounds good. Can somebody equip that? Nope. This isn't the one I was thinking of, though. The one I'm thinking of is the orchid. The orchid is memorable. What am I thinking of? Okay. It's Windy. What are you about to do, Windy? I literally don't remember this. She has such a fabulous design. Like, she's just a gorgeous character. Her design is incredible. Oh, Flick hasn't met her! Right. She's just... Windy. Yep. So if you'll recall, Windy does have the ability to control people. We thought Ted was dead. Can you imagine what that would feel like? Like, this isn't like I don't know. Right. It's a pretty heavy line to be spoken in this game where they have clearly indicated that they will pull absolutely no punches. I don't know. I think of all the dialogue is honestly in a lot of places really good, but this I think is really a really good line. Like it's very powerful. We gotta be cool and fight. I mean, she knows how to twist the knife, doesn't she? By the way, if it is not immediately clear, the Suikoden series goes hard when it comes to like nothing is off limits as far as loss for characters. Yes, no. Wendy is an excellent villain. You really hate her. He just wanted to connect with his friend one last time. Right, so Odessa was the first spell slot that we have. There's one remaining. This is why, of all the runes out there, this is the one I don't want. By the way, that was not part of his script, according to Wendy. If you hadn't picked up on that. It's the fact that his body falls over there. I had a memory with Ted dying earlier where I was like, he's not actually dead and he dies off screen. But I didn't remember the details and I didn't want to spoil it for Chrono asking for the details. But now he's going to die on camera for us, so we know that it's real this time. He says, I chose my path. I'm like, no, you chose this ending. You were put on this path. You were a child. But the rune managed to cause all of the devastation that he talks about for the past 300 years without him trying to help it. So imagine what it could do in Wendy's hands. Somebody who has no qualms and no conscience about inflicting pain and suffering on others. So Ted, the closest thing that Ted has to his own life is the however many years he spends in the McDowell household, and those are, I think he calls that the happiest time of his life, and it's true. Like, that is his happiness. That's the only period of happiness that he gets. It's the only rest that he gets. And that's just really sad, you know? This is why when people are like, I want to think it would let me live forever. Not a true rune. Not the Soul Eater. No. You generally... I think Wendy would probably have something in mind. She's probably got something figured out. So Milia doesn't really know who she is. She doesn't really know what just happened. So, and she's focused on making sure that the people she cares about are okay. Yeah, I think Wendy and Like Not have a complicated relationship. As sisters often do. I really liked Ted when I was younger, but I don't think I fully understood or appreciated. Did I miss something, Greg? Time travel, yeah. It's just that the others would know, having known McDowell for longer and having heard the McDowell household, the surviving members of the McDowell household, they would know from context who Ted was. Whereas Milia is just joining us temporarily, so she has no idea what any of this is. Is there something else, Greg? Am I going the right way? I think I am. Oops. I think this is the start. Okay. Oops. So somehow that whole thing with Ted got really confused in my head, because remember, because Ted basically disappears a few times in a row, or a few times. Yeah, Blues, I'm gonna come back. You have to recruit a blacksmith there with the entire blacksmith squad in your party, which I can't do right now because there's too many required party members. He is responsible for lots of people. He and Leon Silverberg, I think, are the two that are most responsible for people not getting the 108. Okay, MC with Sarah. Champion rune? Oh. I have no idea what you're talking about, Greg. I don't know that I remember there being a scene inside the Soul Eater. Ready to go anywhere in the world for it. They wouldn't have written that line of dialogue if they weren't going to follow it up with something interesting. Oh, so you're talking about the blacksmiths. No, that makes sense. This, I remember. I remember this part very well. It is memorable. Yeah, I think with Ted, I think I got confused because there's the back and forth, and I was like, oh, I thought he died with Ted. Like, I was like, but he died off screen, but I thought he didn't die, actually, but I'm going to tell Chrono that he died, because as far as we know, he died. But then I was confused. I was really mad about that, because when I played this game for the first time with my sister, Ted was one of my favorite characters. Like, I loved Ted, and he's only in the game for like a little while, but I loved Ted. Like, he was one of my favorites. Like, I'm not sure exactly why he was one of my favorites, but he was. So I was really upset about that. So that's why I hate Seek Valley, yes. But it's not the only memorable thing about this chain of events. Yes, by the way, Futch has to go to Barbarossa's garden to get this last one. No, you shouldn't have, but you did. Yeah, Greg, that's just artistic liberty. That's just so we can have a dramatic final line. That's not that his soul isn't in the rune. All right. So, here he comes. Futch, our intrepid young man who wants to save his people, save the dragons he loves. He's a really young little kid. We're playing as him. There's no item screen here or anything like that. No, I'm pretty confident that Ted talking at the end after his soul gets eaten is purely for the drama of it. It's like people in stories always have a final monologue, even when they're basically like they're dead, and there's no way they could possibly say that much. So this can only bode well. It's the Emperor. Barbarossa's like, what are you doing here? Yeah, I'm sure Futch could fight him single-handedly. Yeah, this is, I think, the first time we've seen Barbarossa since the very, very beginning. And if you remember, Barbarossa was friendly with Tio, and appropriately like my friend's son, and also I am the emperor towards Tyr. And this is just such an interesting and strange thing. Barbarossa can't sleep, so he's up at night, wandering his gardens. And so at this point, the Dragon Knights are not in opposition to the Empire. If you'll remember, they are a little uncomfortable with what's been going on with the Imperials, but they aren't in allegiance with the Liberation Army, and they have not declared any sort of war. So this is not, I mean, this is like you're trespassing, but this isn't like, oh my god, you're an assassin from my sworn enemy, come to kill me. So just for context, keep that in mind. And like the way that he's like stammering, and he's like, again, he's like 10 years old. He's a very young child right now. Like it's very, very brave and very, very stupid of him to come here. But he's a little boy. He's a little kid, and he's absolutely terrified. Which, by the way, technically nobody knows that the dragons are asleep. This is interesting, isn't it? It must be windy again. What do you mean, Barbarossa? I'll overlook the need for proofreading here. This is long. Like, Barbarossa lets him take the flower and go. Which is like, I am terrified. Just in time. It's just like, oh, I'm just in time. Futch doesn't know what he's facing at this point. He has no idea what's happening. He is a young child in a group of people somewhat isolated and disconnected from what's happening in the rest of the country. That's the dragon elephant noise, if you didn't know. So just for no reason, she just gets mad and just zaps them. She doesn't even prevent you from taking the flower. She just wants to hurt him because he wasn't nice to her, and she wants to mess with people. So part of what makes the Suikoden series so effective, in my opinion, is that it has very human enemies. It has very human conflict. There are bigger, larger than life things going on with the True Runes. We've kind of gotten a hint of that in this game. It becomes more relevant in later games. But there are like, you know, larger than human machinations going on. But a lot of the enemies in these games are just people. And sometimes they're bad people, but they're people. And that's way more interesting and complex and believable and relevant than just having a bunch of megalomaniacal, cackling evildoers. I think Kefka is super effective and great for what he is. I like the idea of Kefka snapping when the magical experiments don't go well for him. But regardless of whether his brain melted because of magic or not, he's crazy evil bad man who does crazy evil bad stuff. And like Gestalt isn't quite as mustache twirling like insane evil, but he's just like an evil emperor who just wants to take over everything. And those happen in real life. Like, that is a thing that is real. And the point of Gestalt is not to be interesting or complicated or human or have connections or relationships to anyone or sympathetic or complex. Like, no, you need an evil emperor in order to have an evil empire. So Gestalt is your evil emperor with the evil empire. And when I play Final Fantasy VI, which is this big, larger than life, like, dramatic opera of a story, I love it. I love it very much. But I don't play Suikoden for that. Suikoden's scope is smaller. Oh, have you read some of the novel? I haven't been able to get my hands on the novel, so I only know, like, or the official novelization, so I only know, like, some of what Kefka's backstory is supposed to be. I didn't know he was a strategist. That could explain why he's a general. I always kind of wondered. My theory was always because he got the magic imbued in him when he was an adult instead of as a child. His body rejected it and he went crazy. But that's Final Fantasy VI. Suikoden... So most JRPGs involve saving the world or the universe or something in between from an ultimate evil. And there may be, like, petty humans helping it, but that's the scope that we're looking at. Right now, we have some idea of what the importance of the runes is, but largely this is a civil war, a revolution happening internally within one country. We do not set foot outside of this area throughout the entire game. And there are a few characters that are from outside. There are a few things that are from outside or that are on a larger scope. But for the most part, this game functions as Barbarossa is an emperor who took down the corrupt emperor before him, only to fall into similar patterns. And his empire starts coming apart. And so it's a story about corruption and good intent not being enough to prevent bad consequences. And we didn't get it right the first time. Can we do better the second time? And, you know, power fills a vacuum. All of these very human, real world things. They're relatable. They're interesting. So Barbarossa, I mean, Tio McDowell is an honorable man. Genuinely. He's a good, honorable man. Through and through, we see him as... Even some of his enemies respect him. Obviously, others have problems. But like, he seems like he's genuinely a good person who wants to do the right thing, stand by his friends, protect his kingdom, protect his family, raise his son to be a good man, all of those things. Barbarossa is like his best friend. And he swore loyalty to him, and you can imagine them younger and idealistic being like, yes, we're going to do this. So for Barbarossa to have a child sneaking into his garden at night and stealing something from him, like, Barbarossa doesn't know why. He doesn't know about the poison. He's like, oh, this must be something Wendy's done. An interesting reaction if you don't know what's going on and you're like, shouldn't he know? Isn't she supposed to be his caster, like his magic user? But he doesn't know what she's doing. She's up to something. But it says something about who he is, that he lets this child go. He sees this little boy is terrified. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna let you go. Yeah, no, Wendy knows. She's like, okay, they got this one. Well, I'll stop them from getting the next one. So she finishes up with trying to use Ted against us. Because Wendy is callous. She is cruel. That's the thing. She's evil. She's really evil. She does a lot of despicable, evil things. But there is something very human to her evil actions, if that makes sense. Like, Kefka is just bad, and he just kills people and blows things up and throws tantrums, and that's bad, don't get me wrong. And like I said, I think Kefka is a good and interesting villain. I know people who disagree. That's fine. I think he's more good than interesting, but he works very well in the scope of the story that he's in. But Wendy engages in psychological warfare against her targets, even when that's not necessarily the most effective way to do things. She chooses the cruel option. Like, there is a degree of sadism in Wendy. Like, it's not, I would say she's not, because if I might be misremembering, but I feel like, is it sociopathy that is not really registering the feelings of other people as being worth considering? Like, they kind of don't feel real to you. I think Wendy registers the pain in other people, and I think she seeks to increase it. I think she wants to hurt people, and maybe she wants to, and I don't even know that it's a lack of empathy or psychopathy. I think she's sadistic. I think she, on some level, enjoys hurting other people. She chooses, and it may very well be vengeance driven. It may be trauma based. A lot of people who do terrible, horrible, unforgivable things, not always, but a lot of them do come from a place of having been hurt and broken during vulnerable times in their own lives. So that might have been her origin story, but at this point, she's far beyond her origin story. Obviously, I'm holding her fully accountable for her actions, even if I'm like, there might be reasons why that happened. But she takes the cruelest route, even when she doesn't need to. She's cruel. And that is human of her. As much as she's like the big bad great evil wizard, there's something fundamentally human at her core in the way that she approaches cruelty that Kefka doesn't have. Kefka's just, we need somebody really awful. Kefka's more a force of nature. Wendy feels, sometimes you might think she's kind of like that, but if you actually look at the way that she interacts with people. Yeah, well, I'm not talking about whether technically within the scope of the universe she counts as human or another species. What I'm talking about, her characterization. So when I say, like, is she human or not human versus Kefka, like, Kefka is a human being. Like, genetically, he's human. In the scope of his world, he's 100% human. They just injected him with magic. I don't know if the Gate clan is human or something else, but that's besides the point of what I'm saying. And I think that even she, and the fact that Barbarossa, like, has been charmed by her because she reminds him of his dead wife that they've talked about. She's like the spitting image of his dead wife, Claudia. Like, that's human. That's very human. But I love this bit of almost kindness and softness from Barbarossa at a crucial moment. He could do so many things and he doesn't. He lets the child go. He intends for the child to live. Unfortunately for us, the child did live. Fortunately, Futch, it turns out, is okay. Sorry, I probably should have alerted you that I was going to continue with this story here. The 3 ingredients. That's right. And Joshua should be the one to tell him. So, if you haven't picked up on it from context, the dragons and their dragon knights bond for life. They live for a long time. This is your life partner. And Futch and Black were young. I don't remember exactly all of what Wendy's endgame is, but... So, in an ordinary JRPG, we would come to a new area and they would be like, oh no! Our special magical creatures are suffering a mysterious illness. We need someone to go and retrieve the items for the cure. And then we would go fight some hard bosses and come back. And then they would cure them, and then we would have magical animal companions. This is Suikoden. And so, Ted dies after Wendy tries to control him cruelly. Like, she didn't even try to have him be like convincing, like, no, I'm fine, it's a misunderstanding, all is good. Like, she starts with the guilt trip and the pain and the pouring salt in that wound. And then Ted has this one last moment of sacrifice, this one last thank you for being there for me. And then immediately, right after that, bam, no time to recover, barely time to wipe your eyes. The small child who you have some attachment to, who's one of my sister's favorite characters. That's part of why I remember that scene very well. So I hate Seek Valley because I loved Ted, and I remember the Black Orchid because my sister loved Futch, and because they are both really powerful, and putting the two of them together in rapid succession is a gut punch. And apparently I really like that in stories. As it turns out, I really like the Suikoden games. The fact that Suikoden 4 never made me cry is part of why I make fun of it. Because this is what I want out of a Suikoden game. I want a story that's not afraid to hurt you, to show you the consequences. And yeah, well, as we've, I think, discovered in my Final Fantasy VII Remake playthrough, I would do things that are more evil as a storyteller. I would do things that are crueler than what the writers have actually done so far, so we'll see how that goes. Oh goodness! Swag fam, thank you for reading! Oh, that's very sweet of you! How are you doing? We're about to wrap up for the night. We're just kind of having some closing thoughts about this section of the first Suikoden game. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Suikoden, if you followed over here because of that. Oh my god! Thank you for subscribing and for sharing gift subscriptions. Thank you everybody who's just stepped in to be really nice. I appreciate it. My goodness. Okay, FlutyBot is gonna have some things to say. Thank you so much. I'm never sure what to say in these circumstances, except thank you. Honestly, like, any support you give me is helping me. I'm having to move for the second time in 2 months, and so this is very helpful. Thank you. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Bill, I hope that you've been having a good day. I hope that, yeah, thank you. It's been a bit stressful, but I'm gonna make it through one way or another. So thank you. Yeah, I know FlutyBot just starts singing. I'm gonna finish my FlutyBot illustration after I move and I'm settled, and I have a chance to finish my friend Will's book cover art. Then I'm gonna go to FlutyBot and Tough Stuff's art. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, we've been wrapping up this section of Suikoden 1, which is not a first playthrough. I do know this game, but this game, for those of you maybe who don't know Suikoden, it's a JRPG from 1995, so in some ways it's aged well, in some ways it hasn't. Fortunately for everyone watching, I am the one playing, so I have to deal with the inventory management and you don't. But it's as I was just talking about, if you know the game, you know what just happened, and you know why we're having a conversation afterwards about stories that aren't afraid to have consequences to things. I'm really not a fan of grim, dark stories where everyone is bad and bad things happen all the time and it's so hard and edgy because the world is hard and edgy and cold and people are whatever. But I do like stories in which bad things can happen sometimes. I like there to be overwhelmingly like hope. I like there to be love and friendship and people working together. But I think it's also important. I mean, there's value in stories that are safe and cozy. But for me personally, I prefer stories that have difficult things that are explored. I think there's something cathartic to it, and it makes it feel more real to me. So here, even in the wake of, tragedy ×2, and again, like, Futch is not in a ton of the game, but he has a very strong personality, so you get to know him. I don't know that I would say patronizing. I don't know that I would say cozy stories are patronizing, but for me, something needs to have a little teeth, a little darkness to really sit, to really connect with me. But yes, they do a really good job of the brief period of time that you know Futch. He makes a strong impression, and you love him to some degree, even if you're not as attached to him as my sister was when we were kids playing this game. So you care about it because you see him as this brave child, and he's facing so much that, like, he's way too young to be in a situation like that, but he does it anyway. And you can see him shaking in his boots. He's like, he's stuttering, stammering. He's a terrified child. So you feel it. Even if you're pretty young yourself, so you don't fully register how terrible it is for something like that to happen to somebody that young, it still makes an impression. So the scenario is very effective. Yeah, so he's somewhere in his early adolescence, but far too young. Kids are not safe from traumatic things happening in the Suikoden series. Let's just straight up say, of any age. So it's definitely like, people are like, oh, but it's like, you know, a colorful, cartoony, sprite-based JRPG from the 90s. How intense can it be? I'm sure it'll be fine. And I'm like, content warning. Be aware that there is violence in these games in a way that will be upsetting to you. Suikoden 2 goes farther and it goes harder. Yes, Ted was very young when his village was massacred. He takes it pretty well, all things considered. But he's not the youngest character in the Suikoden series to experience trauma on screen. Yeah, like, well, like, RPGs burn a village down, but they don't act like you've burned a village down. Suikoden does. You know? Terrible things happen in Suikoden, and then it acts like real people would act if something terrible happened. And I like that. There's a time and a place for larger-than-life people and larger-than-life stories. Again, I love Final Fantasy VI. And, like, it does have consequences. Like, Celes is realistically suicidally depressed. Literally attempts suicide at one point in the story. So there are, like, emotional consequences there, but it's still very larger than life. This isn't. Not at its best, in my opinion. I want to know, we'll never get to know, I want to know what the True Runes are up to. And I know we'll never get to know because the story will never be finished, but I'm most interested in what happens to the people. And most of the series is mostly about the people. And even with the True Runes, it's about the cost of having the True Runes around and what the True Runes can do to people. So, yeah. So now we're officially going to make an alliance. So if you're like, why did Wendy do all this? I mean, maybe she could have just killed the dragons more effectively. But she was trying to prevent... Maybe if she had killed the dragons outright, they might have, like, the Dragon Knight Fortress folks might have just immediately gone and signed up. But in this case, like, she just took them off the map. They don't want anyone to know that they're vulnerable. They don't want anyone to know that the dragons are sick, so they'll just lock themselves up. So it's an effective strategic move. She takes them off the map, or takes them off the board, rather, before they can be used as a piece against her. And now we're going to have an alliance. So we're going to rest, and then we're going to save. It is now 10:18. We went a little bit long. Oh, thank you, Kath. Yeah, well, again, the leader of them, since the leader has a true rune, I doubt she can use one of her controlling runes on somebody who has a true rune. I feel like that wouldn't work. So she can't control Joshua. And Joshua would probably see through whatever else she was trying to do, so... Alright, well, that has been Suikoden. We're going to play more Suikoden maybe next week. I would love to be able to tell you for sure. I don't know. I'm moving on Monday. We will see what things are like in the new place and how long it takes me to get set up. Again, tough stuff is much easier to set up, and Suikoden is all on tough stuff. So we may be able to stream on Tuesday night anyway. Yes, we're very close to the end of the game too. If you can't tell. By the, like, rapid succession of very intense things happening. Like, we are getting pretty close to the end at this point. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do in the new year, I guess. We'll do something that's not Final Fantasy VII Remake this Thursday, probably, because it is Christmas Eve. And I will keep you posted about how things are going. Oh, am I at 106 stars? Really? Oh, wow. So I only have to get Mose or whatever his name is and somebody else who I don't remember. Okay. Oh! 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 Okay, I didn't think I was. Anyway, we'll figure that out. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for joining me. Um, as always, if you want to join us on the Discord, we have a Discord. You are more than welcome to join. That's funny, Aaron. Okay, but I'm getting close to the end. 100, okay. But yes, thank you all so much. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe, stay healthy. I know Christmas is coming. I know that the holidays are here, but do your best to stay put as much as you can. Remember your bubble, remember social distancing, take care of yourselves, and let's help keep each other safe. So good night all, and I will see you soon. Bye.